to welcome everybody to the new channel. That would be the GSL Scale Auto Championship channel here on YouTube. I am Dale Angel, aka the Toy Man. If you haven't seen Toy Man Television, you need to get over to YouTube channel Toy Man Television and scope that out, because oh my heck, it's fun. But I've created this new channel just for the GSL because the GSL is really cool, and it's starting today here in just a few hours, and that should be an enormous amount of fun. I'm driving around to all of these events. This is the new Mustang. We have now 3 in red, white, and blue because I'm very patriotic. This is the red one, the new one, and I'm mostly driving it around because it has many mechanical problems, and I'm trying to suss those out by driving it till it breaks and then fixing it. So far that's worked out really well. It's broken a whole bunch of times, and so I have found a whole bunch of things wrong with it. Anyway, on to the GSL here in Great Salt Lake City. Well, the GSL is well underway. Here are the people out there waiting to get in to register day one. That's what you do at a convention. You register and then you start setting up. They got a shirt out here for people to sign. That was kind of fun. So, of course, I had to throw my name down into the mix because, well, you know, that's what it's there for, right? It's sort of like a graffiti wall. People have come from all over North America. The guy here in the blue shirt is from Mexico. I don't know if there's anybody here from outside of North America. Wouldn't surprise me. Here's the opening festivities. It's not quite on the scale of, say, the opening ceremony of the Olympics. That's Mark Gustafson in the blue shirt.
The show started in 1979. We've held it for the first 16 years. We held it every year. Got burned out, held off for a few years, and revived it every other year, which has now been, this, again, the 25th show. We've people from, I think, 19 states, 3 foreign countries, and we've had so far the largest pre-registration turnout we ever have. We have major exhibits, the Fisher Craftsman people, the Links Project, other items are here, and it will be a terrific show if we can handle all the people.
Well, that could be a problem. They've already exceeded the maximum occupancy of this room. And so okay, maybe that won't be a problem. They do have some really cool displays here. One is called the Links Project.
That is a story. It's telling the lost history of a Lincoln Mercury concept car from 1964 to 65. The history has been suppressed by the Ford Motor Company. We have uncovered it, and we have an early exhibition of the models for that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's unheard of in history.
Is it a cool car?
Very much so. I like it. It's very stylish. Unlike anything you would think from Mercury in those days, a 2-passenger car. And they built 4 of them, and we have discovered the cars, and we have now unraveled the history. So that partial exhibit will be on here. Plus the Fisher Craftsman guys will be here, and we're going to have a very good time. So that's where we are, and thank you for being here and handling all the photography, all the video for us. So very generous of you.
Well, I don't know how generous it is. I'm always shooting video. Just ask the police. Sometimes they get kind of upset with me. Anyway, registration is going forward, and people are getting all signed up, and they're getting their models out on display in the model room. It's kind of coming together. They're getting kits. The first people to register are getting some kits and some Hot Wheels cars. And so it's kind of moving forward, and it's coming right together. Here's the contest room. You can see a smattering of cars starting to find their way out onto the tables. There's also some really cool displays that aren't part of the competition, one of which is the Fisher Guild. Fisher Body, part of General Motors, used to have this competition for kids where they would design and build their own car. It was really difficult, but you could win a really good scholarship that would take you pretty much all the way through college if you won the contest.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Tony Mazzola, and I'm here basically promoting the Fisher Body Craftsman Guild, which began in 1930. It was a Fisher, let's say, it was a scholarship that they created, and they created it at the worst time in American history, around the Depression, because they felt that they needed to have young men to go to school, and at that time, where was the money to do something like that? So in their benevolent way, they created the scholarship, which basically, and because they were craftsmen and they were coach builders, if you look over here, they will basically ask you to fashion a Napoleonic coach, which was the official emblem. And that went on from 1930 to about 1937. And then General Motors got the brilliant idea of like, geez, these guys are spending all this time doing this, spending upwards of 2,000 hours building these model coaches, that, you know, maybe they should, maybe we can use this talent to help us create the cars that we're selling to the American public. So in 1937, they decided to open it to concept cars. So from 1937 up until 1968, when this program ended, you would have these young men, beginning ages, I believe 13 up until 20, competing for the scholarship, where some of the scholarships could be as much as $5,000. As you look back here to some of these other winners, I mean, this is the only car we have here. This is a national winner, and he won in 1953. And I believe the amount was probably, I think it was $5,000, if I'm not mistaken. But at that time, put it this way, in today's dollars, that's $35,000 to get yourself to school. So what's interesting is that we will have 14 Gilsmen on display as a meet and greet. We will have about 28 Fisher cars on display. A lot of them are national award winners. And this is going to continue till Friday, when we have a seminar given by a few of us, how I happen to come into this. And also the gentleman who wrote the book, his name is John Jacobus. He has written the history of the Guild, and also another book which is basically the Guildsmen that wanted to participate after the Guild. In other words, what this ended up bringing them in their careers. As a matter of fact, you can just see here some of the data sheets, you know, what the construction materials they used, what they were inspired with, what awards they got, and what they finally did in their career.
Well, that's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing those models when they get put out on display. The contest models are already starting to fill in. Some really, really nice looking cars showing up. This is a scratch-built Super 7. I love the Super 7. Wouldn't kick one out of the garage if it materialized in there. Those are just really fun. And scratch building a car is no mean feat. Check this out. This is last year's Best of Show winner, also completely scratch built. There was a seminar, the very first seminar here by Randy, who showed off his cool scratch built hot rod here, all built out of brass for the most part, and a few other types of metal. But just an amazing, amazing model. And there's kind of a tradition where last year's Best of Show winner comes and does a little seminar showing off their last entry. Well, the whole thing's coming right together. They should be getting the display models out sometime today. And I'm not over there. I'm here editing this, so I'm going to upload this and get over to the hotel. See you there.